श्लाघया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथामहं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां सागरजातां सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। साद्वैतं सावधूतं श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नाम्ने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। Hare Krishna everyone. Wish you all a very happy Radha Ashtami. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining today's session, and being a very special day, let's pray to Srimati Radharani for her causeless mercy, because in various scriptures, some acharyas have highlighted the importance of worshipping Srimati Radha, and as we are all looking for happiness, and we all are, not only we, every living being, living entity is looking for happiness, but the real happiness that the humans experience is high because the consciousness is high. And the consciousness is high, but if the intelligence is not proper, then what happens is that in spite of having the ability to conceive, have ability to experience the consciousness, because of the capacity that we have, the intelligence need to be proper. In fact, what is the best way to experience highest happiness? It is even mentioned that Ramante Yogino Anante Satyananda Chit Atmana. So Atmani, when the soul can experience highest happiness, even the yogis are also experiencing happiness, but what kind of happiness they are experiencing is ananta, unlimited, endless. And we, through the acharyas, understand the topmost level of experiencing such happiness is through Rasa Leela. In fact, it is said that exchange of feelings through spiritual bodies is Rasa Leela. People may usually think Rasa Leela is only conjugal love, loving affairs. No, in fact, every spiritual exchange of feelings with the Lord, the bhava and prema, when it is in the purest form, it is Rasa Leela. The challenge for me mainly is to understand what is it, because of lack of consciousness to that. So let us pray to Srimati Radharani that our consciousness is refined, and when our consciousness is refined, then we are understanding the spirit of Rasa Leela. And then we will not have any feeling of vulgarity, which usually we may feel, or our senses get agitated when we hear about these topics, the dealings of the Lord with the gopis. Then we can get freed from the metal contamination. Daiviyesha gunamaya mama maya duratya mam evaya prapatyante mayam etam tarantite. So this Mahamaya is also the energy of the Lord, and Yoga Maya is also energy of the Lord. Now, which potency, when we talk about Maya, Maya is energy of the Lord. Which energy we take shelter is very important. Daiviyesha Gunamai. the three modes of material nature in which we are in the material world is so strong, very strong, that it's very, very difficult for us to get freedom from it. It is just like um, thick, heavy ropes are tying us. And how can we get freedom from that? Mama mam eva e prapatyante. Krishna is saying, one who takes shelter of my energy, prapadyante, and then for them maya etam tarantite. So then they can get freedom from the sense of feeling of vulgarity, or um, um, perturbed and disturbing thoughts, or even a sense of sensing that our body is everything and the material senses are everything. To serve the body is everything. All this will be gone when we take shelter of that potency. It is very nice, just like sun and sun rays. Sun is perceived through its rays, its potency. And when we talk about the divine energy, which is spiritual energy, we're talking about two. Of course, they are so connected that we don't really feel they are two different things. Yeah, of course, we may say sun rays. Yeah, because sun is perceived through its through his rays. Similarly, the Lord, who is the possessor of the potency, to understand the possessor, we need to understand the potency. And potency is Shakti, Mahashakti. And Srimati Radharani is a supreme manifestation of the Shakti form of the Lord. Lord has innumerable Shaktis, and then the most pleasing pleasure, potency, Ladini Shakti is Srimati Radharani. So, which means, sometimes we are scared to see the Mahamaya. Sometimes we are scared to see the Shakti in the form of Durga Devi. That's why we can see in the Panchopasana there is this, that there is a group of worshippers who worship Durga Devi to pacify her. Oh, please, please, always be peaceful upon us, so that if you are peaceful, then we are happy. Rather, the even smarter, intelligent approach is that, oh, when we approach Srimati Radharani, that, oh, the pleasure potency, just if we are absorbed in pleasure, then automatically everything is forgotten, everything is taken care. And she is the supreme potency. And in fact, there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a very nice explanation about the supremacy of Srimati Radharani. We know that who is Adi Guru? We know usually Adi Guru is Balaramji. We know Adi Guru is Nityananda Prabhu. But in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, there is clear mention that the Adi Guru is Srimati Radharani. Why? Because she, in fact, is also Guru of Krishna. Uh, she teaches. Krishna becomes the disciple of Srimati Radharani to learn how to dance. In fact, um, that means there are two levels of um, learning and disciplic succession. We can see parampara, two kinds of parampara. One is based on the Madhurya Ras, yeah, and for that we can see Krishna is the first disciple of the Adi Guru of Srimati Radharani. Uh, and we can see Krishna as a disciple learns, and for the non-Madhurya Ras, for all other categories, Nityananda Prabhu very causelessly showers mercy, one who takes shelter and blesses, so that we get the bhakti. We get the spirit of bhakti, that we can render the service in the Sakyaras, Dasyaras, in Vatsalyaras. But when it comes to Madhuryaras, uh, we have to take shelter of Srimati Radharani. And that's why I was mentioning in the Chaitanya Charitam, this Radhikara Prema Guru Ami Sishya Nata. Krishna himself is saying that I am the Shishya of for learning the dance. Sada Ama Nana Nritye Nachaya Udbhata is saying that I, in loving affairs, my Guru is Srimad Radha. So, of course, does it mean that can we already aspire Radharani as our Guru? Because we are not at that bhav of understanding the Madhurya Ras. And no, but Radharani is also mother, hmm, which means that it's not that we are interested in the Madhurya Ras already when we are not yet understanding the spirit, but we can understand that Krishna is saying to attain me, you have to go through Radharani. That's what here is saying. Okay, for none other things, you can definitely be blessed with Nityananda Prabhu's and Balramji's, but without taking shelter of the potency. Who is that? Srimati Radharani. If, in fact, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, if we think, if at all, no, sorry, Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Maharaj was saying that if we think we can get Krishna, the possessor of potency, it's vanity. It will be giving us no result. Why? Because it is not at all possible. Why? Krishna himself declared the supremacy of Radharani. Radha bhajane yadi mati nahi beta Krishna bhajana tava akarana gela. So if you desire to worship Srimati Radharani, if that doesn't come, then your so-called worship to Krishna is useless. Nahi Bela. And if that is not there, then there is no question. All whatever we are doing, of course, we are doing japa, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But in this chanting, in this prayer, we are always remembering Hare as Srimati Radharani. And it is not that, yeah, we are concocting, no, we are receiving this from the Acharyas. Acharyas have explained us how to understand this Maha Mantra and what should be the mood of when we are uttering this Maha Mantra is that, oh Sri Radhe, oh Sri Krishna, please engage me in your service in the simplest, easiest, and in profound form. This is the essence. And आतप रहित सूरज नाही जानी राधा विरहित माधव नाही मानी केवल माधव पूजये सो अज्ञानी राधा अनादर कर ए abhimani. One who is having this abhiman, who is uh, falsely proud or hypocrite, one cannot think of sun without the rays of light. Similarly, it is not possible to think of Krishna without his potency, Srimati Radhani. One who worships Krishna without Radha is ignorant and out of false pride only, he disrespects her. So we have to be very careful. Why? Because we should understand that we respect not only the Lord, but He's the most beloved person, isn't it? Yeah, even in our own family, we cannot see in Ramayana, you can come to this where Sugriva, was only focusing on attending Ramji. And in that moment, he was not so keen on respecting Lakshman, which displeased Ram. Yeah, which of course Hanuman has observed and he has thought, what is my master Sugriva doing? Which means if someone is very beloved and if he is not given respect, in fact, Prabhupada is saying, yeah, what is that? He says, the dog, you respect, I forgot. He says about, you respect me as, you respect my dog as me, or there is something which says that, yeah, you have to approach me by giving value to all my servants. I need to see the right reference. Yeah, we cannot approach directly the Lord. We cannot and whoever is very dear and close to the Lord has to be respected, and which pleases the Lord actually. And without the shelter of Srimati Radharani, whatever our bhajan will be, it is all uh, goes into vain, because that is the reason we see when we are in Vrindavan Dham, we see rather we hear more the glorification of Radharani than Krishna. Though in all the temples we see Krishna, but the bhav, the mood of all the Brajavasis is to understand, to serve the mother. By even in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, we can see there is this Gadya Trayam in that. The first Sharanagati prayers, Sharanagati Gadyam is telling that one should approach, one is approaching actually, Ramanujari is approaching Mother Lakshmi Devi, and he is saying, oh Mother, I cannot approach Lord Vishnu, but through you, with your mercy, uh, Lord Vishnu is available, uh, attainable. So this makes us very important that we understand. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur goes further in saying, Sri Krishna Vimukhe Bandi Karao Samsar. He's saying those who are averse to Sri Krishna and ask for wealth, followers, or any other non-eternal things, what is happening is one is very interested. The ruchi that we are getting from the material world is so that we are not able to understand what is the ruchi that we get from the spiritual engagements, spiritual endeavors, spiritual activities. So all the time we are interested in how to make more money, how to secure our life, and this is actually the clutches of Mahamaya that we are getting into that. And this is what Sri Krishna Vimukhe, not Samukhe. Vimukhe means we are not interested in Krishna. Hmm? We are interested. And then what happens is Mahamaya catches hold of them. Yeah. This is the same shloka in the Bhagavad Gita, through which we see that one is either exposed to Mahamaya or Yogamaya. And Sri Krishna Samukhya Jar Bhagya Krame Hai. If someone's good fortune arises, because of good fortune, if someone becomes favorably disposed, yeah, Tare Mukti Diya Karo, Ashoka Bhai. Ashoka, yesterday we were hearing what is there was this Prabhu who was asked, oh, how come you got this name of Ashoka? That is a typical North Indian name. Ashoka, yeah, Ashoka Vatika is already there in Sri Lanka. Yes. So, of course, yeah, they are coming from a Buddhist background. They would have given the reference because Ashoka is also Buddhist. Yes. So, that could be the reason, but Ashoka is not something that came just a few years back. So, to have the Ashoka Abhaya, it is say one should have the good fortune. Then the internal potency of the Lord. It's not that the Lord is directly giving us this Abhaya. It is that the internal potency of the Lord comes to take him to the lotus feet of the Lord. So this internal potency is non-different from or none other than Srimati Radharani. Ye dase janani kari akaitava daya. Kaitava means, yeah, we also have this, right? Daya means mercy. But sometimes we are, yeah, if you see Kunti Devi, no, not Kunti Devi, Devahuti is saying, hey, what kind of mercy have you shown on me? You have given given me a husband like Kardama Muni, you have given a son like Kapila Dev. But what is this? I'm still attached to this material world. And she says, this is Kaitava Daya. What? So you have cheated me. So that is I mean, of course, out of Streaming is in progress. Very nice. Everything is there. Okay. So, so I was just mentioning the importance of Srimati Radharani that uh, Sri Krishna Samukhya jar bhagya krame hoy. When the good fortune manifests on us, then we will be in a position to be free from the influence of the external energy, which is Mahamaya, and actually be blessed with the Yoga Maya, internal potency. And this internal potency is Srimati Radharani, or the epitome of all the potencies, internal potencies, yeah, is Srimati Radharani. And we were mentioning that, oh, there is a prayer that, oh, Yogamaya, bestow me with your mercy and give residence in the eternal abode of Srimati Radha, Sri Dham Vrindavan. So, though we may see every temple is, yeah, Krishna. Krishna is in the center. We also say Krishna, keep Krishna in the center. But we need the energy to keep Krishna in the center. And that energy, that potency is the um, Srimati Radharani. And here, this is the prayer, and it goes further that even Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his prayer, he is saying, according to the teachings of Sriman Mahaprabhu himself, yeah, we can see that if Srimati Radharani is not so great, why would Krishna himself want to appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Yeah. It is the bhav, it is the mood of Srimati Radharani that has conquered, which means Krishna became subordinate to Radharani's love that he lost. In fact, in the spiritual world, in the Goloka, when there are so many leelas that are happening, it is that always Radharani wins. Yeah. Why? Because of her love. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that worship of the Lord in the mood of Madhurya Ras is the highest. Madhurya Ras is the topmost, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to experience what it is. Why is it Why is it making me mad? So he wanted to understand experience, and that's why he has appeared in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this mood, one cannot relish the transcendental menos of devotional service unless one becomes subordinate to Srimati Radha. To only when one becomes subordinate to Sri Radhika, then one can experience, one can understand the signs of loving Krishna. Who else is can show us? Who else is a leader in that? Is none other than Srimati Radharani. In fact, we can say that the Supreme Brahman is Satchit Anand. Sat Chit is the manifestation of Krishna, and Ananda is, which is pure bliss, is a manifestation of Srimati Radharani. And we always see that Krishna and Radha always have, what is it? Yugala Swarup. Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishore. And sometimes we may see it's even though we may see Krishna, for example, when I was in Vrindavan, where we have Radha Ramanji temple, and in that Radha Ramanji temple, there is only Krishna's form. Of course, there is Sri Ji, who is on the side. It is said that Radha Rani is already there in that form because Radha Raman, and it's not like Radha Raman. It is Radha Raman itself means uh, Radha Raman, the most dearmost darling of Krishna. In Bhakti also Radha included. Included, yes. Yeah. So that means this Yugala form, yeah, when Haridas Thakur has found the form of Baki Bihari, it was in the form of Yugala form. Yeah? And this means that Krishna is inseparable from. In fact, Radha and Krishna are one truth, but for the expansion of rasa, for exchanging melos of feelings, the same one form of Krishna has manifested into two forms. And in fact, I mean, we can go into those details. Yeah, the question comes, when is the first existence? Well, when did Radha first appeared in the Goloka? It was that when Krishna was on a Not Simhasan. This is the Ratna Mandapa. Yeah, this is the center, crest center of Ratna Mandapa, where he was sitting and he was alone. And when he wanted to enjoy conjugal love, from him, the left side comes Radharani. Uh, so, which means also it confirms that Krishna and Radha are not different. In fact, Radharani appears from Krishna, which means she is also Krishna in the form of pleasure giving. Just like how Balaramji, Krishna expands as Balaram to offer all kinds of services and to offer the service in the Madhurya, as in the form of pleasure potency. The Lord's pleasure potency itself manifested in the form of Radharani. Uh, and as soon as when she came out, Radharani, she immediately ran to get a flower garland or flower and then to offer to Krishna. This means Radharani is showing the existence of our is to offer service to the Lord. She immediately has done that. She took the flower and offered to the Lord. Um, um, so she is our teacher. You may see that in that spirit, we can see that she is showing us. And not only that she is showing us, she is also allowing us to offer service to Krishna. We may think that I am offering service to Krishna, I am offering service to Jagannath ji. So, in fact, this service offering eligibility or permission or sanction is happening only by the mercy of Radharani. Yeah. In fact, Radharani's supremacy is so high. There is this Raghunath Das Goswami, he has written prayers or a poem in where Radharani supremacy is so high, yeah, that usually if we are upset with some person, what are we going to do? We say, oh, no, 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 he's great. Uh, what is the value of my being upset? Man. But Srimati Radharani, when she becomes upset with Krishna, Krishna once says to Madhumangal, is saying, oh, Madhumangal, what a big mess I have done. Instead of having gold, I forgot his, uh, instead of having gold, which is pure gold in my hand, I went behind something else. So he, at that time, he was mentioning about Chandravali. What happens is Radharani sees that Krishna is with Chandravali, and because of that, she gets upset and she says, "Hey, what is this?" And then she leaves, she goes away, and because of that, Krishna becomes so much um, distressed. Yeah, he was thinking, "Oh, I have upset my Radha," and then Raghunathas Goswami is bringing this very nice poem where there is so much description. Madhumangal is saying, "Why are you so much worried? Huh? You think is it worthy for you? Hey, don't be so sad. Don't be so bad. After all, Radharani, she always insulted you so many times. And for her, are you having so much concern that oh, you have upset her? You have and no, this goes further. This poem goes further. He said, no, 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 you don't know. You don't know. Yeah, who is Radharani? She is so great, and that is he is explaining, and then um, he's saying, how can I pacify her? I would be ready to do everything, uh, and in that spirit. So this shows that Krishna is absolutely surrendered to Radharani. And why? Because Srimati Radharani is manifesting the purest form of loving relationship. Usually in the material world, what we see loving relationship is what I will get is attention. If I get attention, that is what is the most important thing. Yeah. If I get any material benefits, which means sense enjoyment, yeah, satisfaction of mind, satisfaction of senses. Now, this is what we think is love. If as soon as these are not coming, then we think, hey, it's love is gone. No, the pure form of love is saying in the Shikshashtakam, in the last one, what is that? Ashreshava Padaratam Pinatama Adarsanam Karm Yada Tadava Vidadatu Lampato Matprananathasta Sayevana Para. She is saying to the Sakis that because Sakis are coming and saying, hey, why are you behind Krishna? Aslishya va Padaratam Pinastumam Adarshanan Marmahatam Karotuva. Yada and Radharan is saying Yada Tadava Vidadatu Lampato. This lumped Krishna, I know, yeah, he's lumped means he's not straight. He's a Tribangi. He is also always not so straight like Ramji. You know that always he's straight, very clear to easy to understand. Of course, not so easy to understand because uh, the dharma that he defines is above the dharma that we may know. So, but Krishna, we think, hey, he's adharmic. So many people will start throwing, hey, how can he do that? He was a partial person to Arjuna, to the Pandavas, to no. It's very difficult to understand Krishna. And what about his leelas in his childhood, in his youth? The leelas are even more difficult to understand, and that is also the reason why people have a very wrong perception of Krishna, wrong perception of Radha Krishna and all. But I don't care if Krishna is coming to me or if he's going running behind anyone. Yeah, but he is my Lord. Idata lampato mad prana nathasta evana para. She is saying that he is my Lord irrespective of how he deals, how I am dealt. So in that way, he is saying. And then the supremacy of Radharani is so much that he is saying Krishna himself tells. Krishna once, one day, he tells to Radharani that, the essence of all worship is to worship you. Sometimes we may think, okay, no, he is glorifying, just like when um, Dasharath Maharaj is glorifying Kaikeyi to pacify her or to please her. No, here Krishna is not doing all this. He is just saying because he really means it. He is saying the essence of all worship. If anyone is doing any worship to anyone, all this worship, essence of it is to worship you. And in fact, if someone worships me without first worshipping you, he will get no result. Krishna is saying to Radharani, not to get a favor from her so that she pacifies and okay, no. He is saying the eternal truth that one cannot reach me without you. No results. You are my Mahabhava Mai. Yeah, which means that that actual feeling of mine is actually you, pleasure giving potency. You derive pleasure by giving me pleasure. The secret is why she is experiencing so much pleasure, which attracts Krishna also is because she is not expecting pleasure. Usually we do the other way. We are working day in, day out to experience pleasure for our own pleasure. But it is said that that's why it is said one who becomes true servant, he experiences so unlimited bliss. This Anand. Why? Because the Lord Himself is giving. Because He is saying, oh, this happiness that we experience by seeing the Lord's happiness is the topmost. Nothing can beat because all other things we have tried, all other things we have failed to keep that happiness always. That what you call Chapala Sukha. That Chapal Sukha, which is that something coming and going. No, that is not what we really wanted. We wanted that Lord is happy. Then everything is happy. And that's why we can see so many Leelas where when Krishna gets headache, it is the gopis who gave the dust because they didn't care. Oh, if I give, then I will be suffering in hell, which means very painful, no pleasure. After all, Krishna means I should get pleasure. No. So they were ready to give the dust. And Krishna is going saying, my pleasure is your pleasure. You are completely devoid of desire for your own enjoyment. Thus, anyone following your process of worship will be very dear to me. Which means this shows that he is saying, oh Radhe, you are very, very dear to me. Yes. And not only you, whoever follows in your process of worshipping, yeah, they will become very dear to me. If, and then I consider that greater that any yogi or tapasvi is also nothing. Yeah, yogis are experiencing, as we started this saying, Ramante. They are also experiencing great bliss. Everyone is experiencing great bliss. But the bliss that one is getting by the spirit of serving like you, that is the topmost. Without your merciful glance, no living entity can attain me. Krishna is saying, one who follows you will have no fear of Yamaraj. And that's why we see sometimes, where in Krishna consciousness we see the devotees are devils, daredevils. which means they're, yeah, we have.
What is the difference of these? This is some.
This I will provide. This what I have mentioned is from Purushottam Maharaj, Radharani book. In that, in volume 1, there is this chapter 24. In that he has written all. Yeah, yeah. I have the soft copy. So he is saying he will be eligible to serve, yeah, in my spiritual life. See, which means sometimes we may think, oh, there is some risk in this material world while serving Krishna, because there is also so many disturbances that I may get distracted and diverted. But one who serves Srimati Radharani, or one who gets the mercy of Radharani, he will be getting eligibility to serve the Lord in the spiritual abode. Sometimes you may think, oh, that is safe and secure and that is the ultimate or whatever. But one gets the opportunity to serve the Lord in the spiritual abode. Whoever desires to serve me with devotion should accept your name first from a bona fide spiritual master, and attain perfection of devotion, pure devotion. And we may think, how, okay, does it mean that, okay, should we take a Diksha mantra from Radha lineage? No, we don't need. Why? Because Hare Krishna Maha Mantra itself is there. Sometimes we may see now in some other places, there is this, someone is chanting, instead of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, they chant Panchatattva mantra, thinking, oh, Nityananda Prabhu is everything. Or someone is chanting Radhe Radhe, Krishna Krishna, so many. But no, Srimati Radharani want Krishna to be in the forefront. Yeah, and of course Krishna wants that everyone takes shelter of Radharani and everything that is in the Mahamantra. So if one chants Radha Krishna together, he is saying, Krishna, I will be controlled by that most fortunate person. You are the chief among all Gopanganas. Means who are they? All the gopis, including Yashomati, who is there, Yashoda. He is saying, you are greater than Yashoda. Then Yashoda, when this came, then Radharani, she laughed. Hey, you are a cheater, you are a debauchee. How can you say this? How can you say that she is your mother? How can you say that I am greater than her? Uh, when Radharani, she was saying, hey, what is the reason? Why are you saying like that? Then Krishna is saying, in due time you will see, you will know why this is the case. And then to make Krishna's words true, and of course they are anyway true, one day what happens is, when all the gopis, they wanted to bring Krishna and Radha together, and so that when Radha and Krishna come together, when they are doing dance, then everyone can have some fun and can experience great bliss. In with that, Radha and Krishna were brought together when they were dancing, and everyone were enjoying, all the gopis. At that time, Yashoda comes and she says, hey, my Krishna is here. Hey, hey, how can you do this? My Gopal, who is a cowherd, who is always very much busy in herding cows and calves, and he is very much tired. Huh? How can you make him more tired? No, he should take rest. This is not right thing. And then Radharani was silent. But the Sakhis, they said, hey, what are you saying? Your Gopal is not here. He's our Krishna. And then how can you say this? Um, yeah, I think your Gopal, who is all doing all those things, he's go and check. He might be in your home. And Yashoda was not sure, but anyway, she went, and to her surprise, she saw that Krishna was sleeping in her home. And then Yashoda was quite excited and said, hey, hey, hey. And she came back to the Sakhis and she said, you know what? Yeah, you are right that my Krishna is at home. Then who is this? Yeah, then they said, he is our Krishna. And then she said, Yashoda said, I have a great idea. Why not we bring both of them together? And when both will dance, the jubilation is double. So we all can enjoy. So you can bring your Krishna, you all come to our courtyard, and then with our Krishna, then we can all have very nice time. And that time, Gopis, yeah, Radharani says, no, 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 it's very risky. How can I do that? Huh? Yeah, yeah, your Krishna. Then it goes. I mean, I'll keep it short. Then what happens is, Yashoda and Radharani will get into a situation where they say, hey, my Krishna is greater. My Krishna is greater. And then Yashoda is saying, hey, what's so special? Even my Krishna is greater. And then that it goes further and says, okay, fine, we can come with our Krishna to your home. And but what if we get confused because both are same Krishna, looking same? So then Radharani, what she says is, okay, let me do one thing. Let me apply some sandalwood pulp on the forehead of Krishna, and then we can go. Then that is our, you have seen some old movies where there's small black till which says double action movies, right? So here, but here we might think this is something very silly or simple, but it is so potent. Why? Because they want a means not to get their Krishna lost. Usually, our mood is that okay, okay, let's take it easy. No, Radharani gopis are showing that, oh, what happens if our Krishna is lost? So for that, whatever they could find, they could make an arrangement, make a small um, mark on Krishna, and then they all went, and the other Krishna was also there. And both the Krishnas came. Krishnas were dancing with the gopis, and while everything was happening, all of a sudden, two Krishnas became one Krishna. And interestingly, which one Krishna? It was the Krishna who had this sandalwood mark. And because of that, and then all this fun time is over. And when Radharani, Gopis, and Krishna were about to leave, Yashoda came and asked, okay, but where is my Krishna? He says, I don't know. Where is your Krishna? Our Krishna, see, yeah, he has a mark and he is our Krishna, and now we are going. She says, no, 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 no. I don't know. Where is my Krishna? Please help me. And she started saying, no, no, he is the same Krishna. She said, and this conversation goes further and further. And she says, um, Radharani, you can save me without my Krishna. Come on, I don't have 5 or 7 children. You know what Yashoda is saying about Devaki? She had so, and Yashoda is saying, I have only one Krishna, and if that one Krishna I have lost it, I can't live. I'm going to die. And she even was fainting at that time. This Krishna who was having this sandal, Radharani saw, and she was saying, hey, she's almost going to die because of this. And Krishna is saying, no, 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 she will not. And then it became to that point where finally Yashoda is saying, I am ready to do anything and everything. I fall at your lotus feet, I touch your feet, though, I mean, uh, but whatever it is, please give back my Krishna. And then Krishna showed, see how that, I mean, I have only told Yashoda touching the feet of Radharani. There are also instances where to to pacify Radharani, even Krishna touches the feet of Radharani. As I was mentioning that Raghunathas was somewhere to pacify her. Krishna is saying, hey, I am ready to accept her supremacy and I am ready to touch her feet. So the essence of, I mean, we'll conclude now. The essence of this all is not that we are just enjoying the leelas of Krishna Radha. Isn't it so nice, so much fun? So no, we can enjoy this fun only when we understand it properly. Otherwise, whatever fun we are experiencing, it is on a material platform. That's why we think, oh, I don't need to know anything. I don't need to understand philosophy. I don't need to do japa. Then comes this sahajiya spirit. Hey, I know how to satisfy Krishna. If I just dress like a gopi, if I just become Radharani, yeah, and Krishna is pleased. No, it is not through external transformation, but it should be an internal transformation of heart. Because in the end, it's not that we are offering the body, right? It's not that we are offering this body to the Krishna. It is actually our heart that we are offering to Krishna, and heart needs transformation. And this internal transformation, how to get there, is shown and is presented and is by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Trinadapi Sunichana, Tarorapi Sahishna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtanaya Sadahari. When we sing the glories of the Lord uninterruptedly, and how can we do that? This is possible only by accepting the mood of humility, and this is the spirit of Srimati Radharani. Why? How can we say that? Why? Because Srimati Radharani is ever eager to promote any of service. She is It's not like, okay, everyone give me and I will offer to Krishna, but rather Srimati Radharani is always saying, okay, if there is anyone, even if he is not perfect, even if he is just attempting, if he has this bhav of serving, whether with perfection doesn't matter, Radharani puts him or her in front of her, which means that mercy to reach Krishna is possible only by Srimati Radharani. And on this special day, when we can read more and more greatness of this great personality, then our life will be successful. We will be able to embrace the right spirit of devotion, and we will be able to please our gurus. Why? Because it is that we need to understand, all we are trying to approach our guru is to understand the science of serving Krishna. And this is possible by the favorable mercy of Srimati Radharani. And let's pray today on the occasion of Radhastami. May she cast her side glance, even if side glance, for a very, very fraction of a second, if that falls upon us, to benefit as a mercy, so that we can do our service to her Lord, to her darling Sri Krishna, then we have attained success. Yeah, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, thanks for joining. If someone have thoughts, anything to add?
Yes. There is one, as you say, Radhika is everything. Like she is even, like she's the only one who can please Krishna. It's like, there is one sloka which said,
Radha Vina
Radhika tu Atma Tasya. Radhika is the soul of Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna is our soul, but Radhika is soul of Krishna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Atma tu Radhika Tasya.
Yeah. That's very, very very clear. When we are in Vrindavan, we can see that spirit. So even, I mean, I'm very fond of seeing Srimati Radharani in our Krishna Balaram Mandir, where Radhe Shyam Sundar is there. Yeah, she's so blissful glance that she throws. That's enough. That's enough. And I'm sure that Krishna falls flat. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for joining, and yeah, wish you all the best from the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. One thing. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Later in the evening, I will be speaking in Harinamadesh. So if there is a link, I'll share, and we'll cover some of pastimes of Radharani. Yeah, I'll share more details. If you have time, you can join. Okay. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.